Is this Batman vs. Superman the movie that we've all been waiting for?
Welcome to the dialogue where movies are more than mindless entertainment. I'm Derek, this is Andrew.
What's up?
And if you don't know about us, you haven't heard about us, you can follow us on Twitter. That'll be below here. You'll see that pop up. Boom. So today we're going to be reviewing the movie Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of Justice. Don't forget that little tagline.
It's based off of the comic by Frank Miller, which The Dark Knight Returns. Great comic if you haven't read it. But basically the story is that Bruce Wayne is a little bit older in this one. He's dealing with some more baggage, things that have kind of weighed him down in life. And he's making some more brash decisions in his old age. And so basically he's forced between this new threat, which is Superman, and then remaining the good Batman superhero that he is. And then you have Superman, who is dealing with the aftermath of the first Man of Steel movie, and basically people hating on him or loving him based on his actions. Some people see him as the savior of the world. Some people see him as a dangerous threat. And so this movie kind of dives into that. I'm going to leave it there. No spoilers, so...
That's right.
What do you think about this? It's been getting a lot of flack.
See, I haven't heard a lot of the other reviews. I haven't heard what they say about the film necessarily. I've heard little things, flack you mentioned.
Yeah.
Personally, just coming off of watching this movie and hearing you describe the movie, which I thought you did an excellent job, Derek.
Thanks.
High five.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
High five. My head is kind of spinning.
Okay.
There's so much in here and so much to think about, which I feel like is a strength and a weakness to it, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I really loved the stylisticness of it, and there's a few scenes, not just the style of them, but the scenes themselves that get emotional, get hardcore, a lot of good slow motion on moments that are deep in these characters' lives. And those come into play in the beginning and the end of the film.
Yeah.
Which I really loved that. I think that the style and the thematic nature of it, including the thematic, if you want to call them messages, I'm not going to call them messages because I think that's too strong. It's too strong for this movie. Because what you have is themes that are kind of touched on with different characters. Like you mentioned Superman. People like him, people hate him. Is he good to have around because he's all powerful and he can do basically whatever he wants, right?
Right.
But he causes destruction sometimes, so what are we going to do about this? Is it going to be the political common good of the people? We decide what's going to happen. There's so much, and then Lex Luthor, you guys know he's in this.
Oh yeah.
His take on things.
Yeah.
Is really interesting. He says a lot of stuff that I actually want to watch the movie again just to hear what he says. And by the way, I think that I forget his name.
Eisenberg?
Yeah. He does a great job. I feel like he does a great job. It's not the
contrary to popular belief.
It's not the Luthor character I was expecting.
Yeah. Okay.
But what he says and his acting, good, like really good. I feel like that was a high point. The other high point was Jeremy Irons as the butler for Batman. Alfred. That guy is chilling. It's great. So again, just the things that kind of made it not necessarily negative, but things I would have liked to see more was for all this stuff, all this thematic elements to be more substantial. So for Man of Steel, I've talked to you about this before, I really like the same things with Man of Steel. I feel like these movies, DC movies done by Zack Snyder, are better. I like them better than the Marvel movies that we've seen coming out. Okay. A lot of those coming out. But, and there's also some more meat there to chew on as far as what are the characters going through. But I feel like they could be developed more. Like the characters in Man of Steel, the relationship between Superman and Lois Lane. I feel like we could have seen it develop more on camera.
Okay.
And basically the same thing here. Like I wish there's more characters than just the two.
Yeah.
And I wish we could have seen them develop more. I wish we could have seen maybe a little bit more of what they think and their motivations come through clearer. Maybe.
Okay.
So I'll just leave it at that.
I'm going to disagree.
This movie's loud.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Just going to get in here and disagree with
I'm just going to disagree with you on everything that you said. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm going to start off.
You don't think Alfred's chilling?
No, I think Alfred's chilling.
Okay, good.
All right.
We're good then.
Yeah, okay.
We're good. We can still be friends.
I'm going to say that I love this movie, guys. Like, I think it's a great movie. Critics are being super negative on it. I've seen a couple of YouTubers like Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns, both people that I truly respect a whole lot. I really enjoy their opinions, but I have to say, I think that they're wrong. They point out some things that like happen in this movie with the character Batman specifically, and how he acts in this movie, and that they don't think that it's true to the character, that they removed some elements out of it. I think that Batman is a character who does what is necessary to do. He's able to cross over the lines to be the superhero that needs to be had. And I feel like he does that in this movie. He does what's necessary.
Yeah.
That's his character. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's great. Ben Affleck did an amazing job. If I could do a shout out to Ben Affleck, I loved you in this movie. Your acting was great. Your acting was great. I love it, man. Keep going. Don't get discouraged by these haters. Haters gonna hate.
It's true.
Andrew's gonna hate.
No, I like Ben Affleck.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I will. I'm gonna hate.
Yeah, but
you just gotta shake. Oh. Sorry, I just went there.
Got real.
I just went there. Please don't shake.
If you're shaking right now, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Let us know in the comments if you're shaking. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
The other thing is too.
Oh, can I just say, I thought the Batman character was a solid character.
Yeah.
Like he was probably. I mentioned Lex.
It was great.
Batman was solid.
There's a scene, I'm not going to go into details here necessarily, but there's a scene where Batman's doing his thing in his bat suit in this, and he's like up in this corner, like, just like mounted up in the corner of this room, like a bat, and just like flies. I was like, holy crap, this is real. It was awesome. I loved it. But there's things like that I loved about the movie. I love the way that the movie's shot. I love Zack Snyder films. I don't think I've seen really a Zack Snyder film that I've been like, yeah, that was terrible. I know some people don't like the direction that he did. They feel like the movie was choppy. I completely disagree with you if you're one of those people. Respectfully so. I'm not here to hate on you, hate on the haters, but I am here to say that if you are somebody who enjoys DC Comics, you're going to like this movie. If you don't like this movie, then perhaps you just feel like, maybe you don't like this comic. I mean, that's fine if you don't, but I would disagree with you, and I like this movie, man. I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
All right. I think you state your case well. And I don't necessarily take the opposite opinion.
I can't go into details here, but...
That's right. We can go into details.
In the extended dialogue.
In the extended dialogue, our in-depth discussion, which will have spoilers. Click through to that. We release those on Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay?
What are you going to give for a rating, man?
It's, for me, I can see some of the negatives too, but I thought it was a really good movie. It's in between 7 and 8 for me.
7 and 8.
It's in between 7 and 8, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 7.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. A 9 out of 10. I really enjoy this movie. I'm looking forward to the rest of these movies. I enjoyed Man of Steel a lot, and I think that this carried right on, did what I wanted to do. I'm not going to say that this movie's perfect. I'm not going to. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. But I am going to say that I really enjoy this movie. I'm going to get it on Blu-ray. I'm going to go back and see it again.
I want to see it again too. So let us know what you think in the comments. Like if you like. Dislike if you dislike, for some reason.
Why would you?
Also, I'm not going to tell you to subscribe, but you should really subscribe, okay? Yes. Just subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe. Let's get to 100.
We have a new review every week, so subscribe, and you can get that out when it's fresh. Yeah. They're just hot and fresh.
Hot and ready.
Get them when they're hot and fresh.
And fresh. Yeah.
And join us next time on The Dialogue.